All right, ladies and gentlemen, tablet and pen time. Let's begin. Get that tablet and pen. Let's write things down. Let's put it here. Now, I don't have a magic wand. Do you? Can I borrow yours? I see all these circus clowns out there going blah, blah, blah. I think the problem you have today is you're stuck. Maybe you don't think you are. You're letting life control you. I think you got to stop that. Let's think today. If you listen and learn and you follow through today, we're going to show you a picture of my face right here. Okay, and what it is, ay, ay, ay. See, let's see. Your what? Your problem. What is your problem? Let's see. Your problem is today that you have a job you probably hate. You don't have the structure and the rules and tools to get a millionaire status. Now, I did that at 15 years old, by the way. It's kind of fun. But then I was 16. I came out with what? My series, Helping People. My first series was very simple, Winning the Game of Business. This is out there. So I want you to share this live with everybody today. I'd like to help you as much as I can, but I need you to write things down and listen and learn. You see, you think you know everything. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. I know I set up the credit system behind the scenes, training Yarborough. TRW became Experian. I know I came up with the rules and tools, the oldest card, and then from the fluctuation, sticky behind every card today. Your credit score might be bad because you jacked up the wrong card. See, today we're going to learn the rules and tools. We're going to think about this. IRS. Everyone wants to complain about the IRS. Here's the problem, okay? They're not the problem. You're the problem. Sorry. See, the IRS, we have to do tax balancing. Let's think today. If today we basically want to do tax balancing, what do? Here we are, okay? Let's think about something today. Here's you over here. Here's you. Fantastic, okay? And here's the IRS. The IRS is where all the bullies go work. Simple. They're going to win anyway. This is balancing your tax. But your paycheck today needs to be what? $64.20 or $10,000. Okay? You have to decide what you need and not what you want. Let's focus on that. Okay? What do you need to pay your bills so your family is okay? That's your first focus. And I want you to understand something and have some fun at the same time. So let's understand. Share the live with everybody. DM me and all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to give you all kinds of goodies today. Okay? Oh, we got Rocky here. Fantastic. Hola. Yeah, that's my son saying hola. Okay? All right, he's only 12, but he's a little genius as well. He likes making money too. He wants to take over for me. He wants me to quit my job and let him take over. Not yet, but okay. Let's look. EIN. What's an EIN? What's an EIN? Come on. Let's focus. Let's put some back. What is an EIN? Okay, it's an SS4. Okay? EIN is what? Tax ID for employer, entity, or you. Write it down. Based on that structure. Approval. No personal guarantee if you do what you're told to do, but can I get you to listen? Business assets, IRS complaints, okay? They're not the enemy. The enemy is you not understanding how to do tax balancing. Your paycheck equals your write-off. Let's write it down. So you should design your paycheck to write off on your taxes because your tax is what? Paid. You have an SS5. So here's your problem, lack of knowledge. You fill out a form, SS5. You did this equals an SSN, okay, equals a 1040 tax return. You did that or mommy did it. Somebody filled this form out. It's based on when Nixon took the gold standard out. Roosevelt had the gold standard, 34, no problem. Then we got it when we were 14 to 16. And then all of a sudden in 71, Nixon took the gold standard out. What happened then? You see, you think money's money. It's not money. It hasn't been money for a long time. This is a Federal Reserve note. ever since August in 71. It's a legal tender. That's what it is. So it's a note. Let's understand something. Someone fill out that form. Every one of you have an SS5 on file with the IRS. Every one of you. This is the thing. You don't even know what an SS5 is. None of you, I found in over 50 years of helping people, ever knew what SS5 is. What is that? See, if you don't connect the dots, you're not going to win the game. That's the problem with you. How do we connect the dots? You listen and learn, you write it down, and you have a tablet and pen ready to go. I'm online twice a day, 6 days a week, Saturday, 6 times. I've been in front of people or online, all right, 6 days a week for 50 years. Where have you been? What's your excuse today? To me, it's always just an excuse. That's what it is. Half of you, sorry, it's great. You're going to listen and learn. Quit going through social media, going in and out, in and out. If you make a commitment today to watch this whole presentation, I'll give you a bunch of goodies. If you make a commitment to watch it, DM and everything else. If you let me change your life. But again, you have to understand, I want you to write things down. Your paycheck is taxed. What does that mean? The day your employer gave you your first check a long time ago, you looked at your check, where's my money? You went to personnel, where's my money? What did they tell you? The IRS got their cut, you got the leftover. Then everything you touch is tax, 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 and again, and probate. See, you're setting yourself up in your family for probate right now, probate. Your family before you did the same thing, probate. What happens? Simple. Oh, you're going to ride that little book. You got one, hey, you get an LLC, sold to an S-Corp. S-Corp, so this, blah, 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 and a trust. There's too much howdy-doodies out there. There's too many circus clowns, but that's just my opinion. So if we look at your problem is you, lack of knowledge. What do we look at? SSN. SSN is an SS5. SSN 1040 tax return. So we all file our tax returns because we have to. You can argue the point in the Constitution, blah, blah, who cares? They're going to win. They're going to win. So give it up. Don't fight them. Play the game. That's what you get to do. So as we play this game for you, we get to learn how to play the game to win every day. Okay. There's your picture you should take right now. Okay. Joe revolving, AKA credit is a essential, faster way to build. Well, the reality is we have to understand this is CCG. Okay. It's not the fast way you build. So the problem is you, and most of you, you do it fast and quick and you screw it up. Congratulations. See, if we're going to build future, we have to look at the past. I use my past to piss me off, to be honest with you. I use it as anger and frustration to go get it. Nothing gets in my way. In other words, I use that as energy. That's what works for me. Here's your future. Take a picture. I'm going to help design you my way. You're going to get lines of credit for $150,000 at your 4 banks. You're going to get a blueprint loan. Write it down. So let's write down. You're going to get a line of credit up to $150 and blueprint loan for $250. Write it down. All right, what's going to happen if you play the game correctly, you get to win. Now, if I give you $1 million today, what would you do with $1 million? I'm sorry, I'm going to say just true. You're going to piss it away. You had money, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 before, and what did you? You wasted it. I don't want you to be an entrepreneur, okay? Because 97% fail. I want you to take that line of credit and buy an auto income. Write down auto income. If you want a mouse pad from us, very simple, we'll send you one. As long as you basically do what? Take a picture and you DM me and you stay for the whole life. If you don't stay for the whole life, forget it. Why would I mail and spend my money to mail it to you? You see, we're going to have a win-win situation here. You and I working together. Now, I've been known as the godfather of credit, built $60 billion of credit for myself and my clients over the years. I've also been known to incorporate rich and famous people and a couple of presidents of the United States of America. You share this live today, you get to win. That's the ultimate goal. Would you like a mouse pad? It's up to you. Follow the live the whole time. When I was 12 and a half years old, I wrote down at the Torrance Library, because I hid at the library all the time. I wrote down, see it, believe it, go get it. I would see what I want, believe it, pray, and go get it. See, I think you have a lot of excuses. I think you're letting life control you versus you controlling life. But it's simple. We get to play my way for a while. I get to help you, and the goal is very simple. You write it down and put it here. That would be the ultimate goal. So here's me in 1981, okay? As a little kid, I could do things more than most people could do. I kicked the door jam when I was 10. I kicked the basketball when I was 14, and that's only 13 feet. So when you hear white man can't jump, that's called dumb. Because white man was hold the record in 81. It was me. Fastest and highest kick. I like goodies. You like goodies? Here's your problem. Every time you get a Lamborghini, Ferrari, or yacht, or race boat, and whatever you're going to have, the problem is someone wants to take away from you. The other thing is you bought it in your name. That's kind of dumb. Sorry to say, but it's true. What do we do? Now let's write this down. Come on. We're going to write down you. Here's you. Okay. Fantastic. You got married, so here's your other you. Fantastic. Okay. Now we have two yous. You became one under God's eyes. Okay. One. My wife and I got married over 20 years ago. Okay. I am a boring person. My wife is nuts. And so it makes it fun. Crazy and boring go together with us. Okay. So my wife and I will never buy a house together because that is called dumb. You're not dumb, but I think you fall basically dumb. Okay. See, here's our problem. When you buy a house today, unfortunately, when you go to social media, don't buy a house. All right. The biggest circus clown out there. He's got 2 at 50 million each and all this blah, blah, blah. But don't buy one. I got them, but you can't have them. How are you going to get any money back on your tax return? Your paycheck, what does it really need to be? Right here. Okay. The only way to get money back on your house or your tax return is a house payment. All right. For 24 years, it's all interest. So if we look at our house payment, it can equal to a lease payment anyway. It comes over with what? Property tax and property insurance and all the pieces. So understand, house payment gives you back your money. Next problem, because you're one, you did the mistake. You bought the house, husband and wife. You bought it jointly. Joint makes no sense. From now on, you're going to write it down. Okay. You're never going to use the word and. When you see and on a contract, you're going to just cross it off. You're going to write down the word or. Write it down now. This is your procedure. I'm a person that tells you what to do, but I build millions and billionaires. But it's up to you to pay attention. Anything that says and, you cross it off, you put the word or. You or her, what it is. Because what happens is when you get the word and, you get stuck in a probate. And no. We're going to plan the problem from now on. Plan the problem. The house you bought over here, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Everything to me is a procedure. It has been rules and tools. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. What does this mean? When you close escrow and you bought it husband or wife, that's called dumb. You're not dumb, but you did dumb. If you lose the house, they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you both have a tax problem and credit problems. You screwed up. From now on, write it down. Husbands and wives buy things separate. You're one under God's eyes. That's it. Everything is separate. Share the life with everybody because I'm going to teach you how to get your rules and tools. How you doing, E-Cats? How you feeling today? Okay. So what do? We learn and listen to rules and tools because I build millionaire corporations all the time. So the goal is a goodie. What is a goodie? Your problem with you keep doing things as husband and wife. No. Under God's eyes only. Now, if you listen and learn today, it's very simple to do. You have the right. And let's write it down. You're going to write down 3 divisions of me. Write down division of me, please. I want you to have 3 of these, okay? I want you to give yourself 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well give it up. I've been saying that for 40, 50 years so far. We are going to create a line of defense. We all have an old blankety blank day. We all do. That's how it works. So we're going to plan the problem. Now, on the side over here, we're going to understand something. We're going to write down the word banks. Banks last year bankrupt 22,000 locations. They have branches. I don't think you're paying attention to understand something. Okay? Not only the banks, the grocery stores, and the cities do it this way. You got choices to play the game to win if you want to win. Do you want to win the game of business? It's up to you. You see, what happens is banks, they do one thing. The parent company runs the divisions. There's the subsidiaries. These are branch numbers. Cities are branch numbers of the state. Branch numbers. The grocery store. So what do? We understand today how to play the game. Now, years and years ago, we had debtor's prison in the 1700s. We're building a corporate umbrella here. They bankrupt a branch number, BK. All right, what did we get? We got basically the line of defense. Bankruptcy says basically Federal Protection Act, automatic stay. I'm not here to be safe an attorney. But when they bankrupt, there are pieces and locations called branch numbers that keep all the assets. They offset their taxes. You bring the pain home, you screw up. because you don't understand how to play. We're going to play my way today. From now on, it's my way. Every piece you own, every car, house, whatever you have, if it's investment, it's a division. It's always a division. I find so many people telling me at my 3 o'clock in the morning, I have my house and I got my cars into my trust. You put your car in the trust. Fantastic. When they sue you when you drive down the freeway today, they're going to get you. You lost everything you got. That's called dumb. You're doing dumb because you're listening to some circus clown out there. This is not happening anymore. I like mansions. You like mansions? I parked my big yacht in the backyard, all right, there in Portofino Cove. Have properties on Seascape and Sea, all right, from there as well, and we get to have fun. Do we want to play? Do we want to play? See, the house that we live in today has to be bought through a trust, irrevocable trust. I've been studying rich and famous people so I can walk. All right, and yes, I went to the school and got the test and all the paper. Anybody can do that. Life teaches you life when it kicks your assets, and that's what happens every day. I got born in a taxi, okay? Carl says they put me in the trash can. They had to come pick me up because they knew who they were. Okay. I got to be in Mrs. Hope the sheet of hell. What do we do? What do we do? Okay. So I'm frustrated in the first place as a kid, and I didn't like it in the first place because I didn't get a real mommy and a dad like most of you did. It pissed me off. Fighting through the pain. What do we do? Today, you have to understand you're going to get knocked down 1,000 times. Put up with it. Get up 1,001. But it's up to you again. What are you going to do today? Okay. Doesn't matter if I tell you about my life and my first coma as a kid when I hit my face on Delane Street going 42 miles an hour. Doesn't matter when I got in a coma and I got to die and come back in basically 2009, having fun too. The yacht in the backyard, group of people, fantastic. We watched the fireworks. Next day I got a virus. Okay, what are we going to do? See, when your life gets stolen, you have to rebuild it again and again. That's what I did. My basically structure in 2009 was 3.7 billion, by the way. Structure, but it's all got stolen. What do you do? What do you do? Do you give up? No way in blankety blank. So for me, it's like when I wrote down being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. That's important to me. I set up a website. What do? It's called Jesus is Not a Drive-Through. People act like he is. It's ridiculous, but in my opinion. So I want you to think about something, what I've said since I was a little kid. How you doing, little boy? Always good. I'll wake him up, shake him up. See, if I could say always good, they'd leave me alone. Okay? I wanted to be left alone. I like to be private. I'm private to myself. I don't have friends. I don't want friends. I tried that once and it did not work. They would use and abuse. So I'm going to stay to myself, my wife, my 6 kids, and guess what? And I'm going to play the game to win and never bring the pain home like you. Sorry to say, but it's true. Thank you, Jesus. My focus is God, family, and money. That's what I want you to focus on today. This is what I believe. God is first. My wife and I became one. When I say family, it means husband and wife as one. Money. We have to get the money to take care of the assets. We have to take care of the family. You got to make sure your family is okay. Okay. Some of you took your personal credit, rolled the dice. Oh, honey, I'm doing this for the family. That's a bunch of hooey. I wrote a book called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills because it doesn't. Focus right here. Being basically with Mrs. Hope since I was 3.5 years old because no one wanted to me. She called me a piece of what in the corner. She had a poker game. I listened to the poker game. They said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I went to the Torrance Library the next day next to the Torrance Police Department. What does this mean? That lady was rude. She walked away. 5 minutes later, here's a microphone, here's a book. Read it. Read it. I got an LLC, right? Good for you. Okay? You see, you have to understand something today. Okay? Your structure, you might have some pieces, but you're missing pieces. You have the LLC. Fantastic. You have an LLP. Let's write them down. Come on, write them down. There are 9 types of LLCs. You have an LLP. You have a C Corp. You have an S Corp. Okay? You have a nonprofit. You have a PC. The reason I want you to understand these categories is the Supreme Court. You ever heard of Supreme Court before? Okay? What did they do? They actually said a corporation is a legal person. It's right there in chapter 18. Right there in 18. What do we do? What do we do? Every one of these categories, you have a problem. It is on the Secretary of State's website. I want you to look today for your corporation online. I want you to find it. You're going to find out you have what? Your name on the officer's list, and 99% of you use your home address. That is the dumbest thing you could ever do. because now the Secretary of State sells you on a mailing list. All right, you got to correct some of your mistakes and connect the right dots. You need to share the live and DM me all the time. Now, understand how to play, because I want to give you some goodies today too. All right, so we play. What does this mean? You're going to draw this, and the bottom line is if you're not drawing this, you're not going to record it here. Make sure you get that tab and a pen. Now. Got it so far? We're going to create a management company. You're going to have 9 divisions, okay? It's very simple. 9. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, okay? This is 1984 this way, and that's what they're teaching out there right now. All right, if you turn around today and say you're an expert in real estate, please explain to me the assignment of mortgage. The form I created in 1989. How's that? How about homestead blocker, UCC1 and chattel mortgage? If you have 3 houses in your LLC. When they sue you. Congratulations. If you were to take the time to build a line of defense, the line of defense like the banks do, because banks do one thing, they do tax balancing. Every bank plays with the IRS every day. Last year, you watched banks settle lawsuits and credit cards. They're doing tax balancing, okay? If we understand how to play the game, we get to win. So this is the IRS right here, again and again, IRS. Here's the banks right here, doing tax balancing. That's the goal. If you, again, have this as a management company, you would circle this, you would create a line of defense. A line of defense. See, what happens is if they sue the LLC, LLP, C Corp, S, nonprofit, and PC, they sue you. Congratulations, you're a duck and a sheep. That's how it works. It says it right there. It may sue or be sued. I was 7.5 when I found that out. But what happens? Now, I looked at this, 9.5 years old. I started helping hand industries by only sending $10 away. That was it. You spend thousands of dollars all the time for an attorney or CPA who hasn't got it right in the first place. They're practicing law, and you're the guinea pig. Congratulations. You didn't learn diddly squat. Sorry, but it's true. It says not required to file under 17,900A3. That made no sense to me. Well, I'm sitting in a lot of counties since I can walk practically. What do we do? Okay, that made no sense. Today, you're lying to yourself and to everyone else on social media. All right, you see this, and I call circus clowns. You get the LLC here, and you click here, and they're going to protect your family. BS. The corporation is on Secretary of State's website. Well, I got an LLC, Ray. Goody for you. You have a book like this. This has got what? This is for the LLC, Certificate of Ownership. It's in your possession. You're the managing member. Who are they going to sue? You. You're a duck and a sheep. If you create a division process, that's the line of defense. But if you don't create it, there's your problem. All right? Your problem is listening, learning how to play and win. That's what I want you to do starting today. Foundation is structure builds the dream. Procrastination is the killer of a dream. You do it all the time. You wait, and then it's too late. What do we do? Simple. If today, let's look at it. If you share this live with other people, that's all I want you to now, and you get someone into our program. Not only you can look in the link tree, you can be an affiliate. I'm going to build you $5,000 of credit up to $1,000 to $5,000. There you go. 5 referrals, they get into a program. I'm going to build you cash credit because you don't have enough credit on your personal credit anyway. Your credit limits, most of them are terrible. So again, here's the phone number to the office and the link tree is below, and you DM me and you get to play. So if you listen very carefully today, you can actually change your life. This also gets away the excuses. I can't afford this or that. No. You waste $50 every other day on crap. That's $700 a month, by the way. So if we listen and learn, even Jimmy here can change his life if he wants to. It's up to him as well. Jay does it all the time. We have Queen Paris, okay? Listen, learn, and play. What do we get to do? Let's see. Share the live with everyone. Watch this. It's fun. If you share the live today, all right, this is the book that I actually wrote, all right, called Starting Out Right for the Kids. See, they didn't teach you how about personal business credit. I'd like to give it to you as a free download if you share the live and help me to help you. Got it? I dedicated to Harold Stokes, my professor, my attorney, my friend years ago. He passed away. He wanted me to change the law. He wanted me to change the world. Simple. Here's the book that you don't have and you need today. It's a free download. Free. If you don't download it during this presentation, all right, and very simple, later on you'll buy it for $20. When you download it for your kids today, I'd like you to read it too because you need it, okay? It's a free download for you, but it's up to you to pay attention. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Now, starting out right, that's the first thing I want to give you for free. I've never paid for a corporation. I'm not silly enough to do that. You have. Thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars. What did you do? You paid money for a corporation, which you didn't have to pay in the first place. Corporations are free in all 50 states. You pay a filing fee. Filing, that's it. The nonprofit I started when I was 9.5 was $10. Now it's 30. You got $30? Get the nonprofit. Get a paycheck. Get a grant money. The articles are free. Pick one. What state would you like? It's in the link tree. Click, click, click. There you go. Now, winning the credit game. Now, understand something. When I was training Ken Yarbrough, I'm training him. He was CID, President Nixon's bodyguard as well. He worked for TRW, became a Spirium. He was security chief. I'm the one training him because of my knowledge and everything else. We wrote a book years ago called File Segregation. I didn't like it, okay? We put it together. I showed the highest kick on the planet. I showed one of the Lamborghinis and 21 car collection, mansions and yachts. Why not? But again, I go, no, I don't like this. He wants to lie. He wants to lie. I don't want to lie. Ray, your divisions take 90 days. I don't care. I'd rather tell the truth than lie to speed up the process, but it's up to you. So today, winning the credit game is for you for free if you do what you're told. See, some of you want to hire credit repair. It's actually against federal law, by the way, if you don't know that. Look at the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I'm not here to be safe an attorney, but look at the federal law. First one of these was red. Then I made it a chess game. Why? Because I like chess, and I was a chess master at 13. So if you want to play, you want some free downloads today, you share the live with everybody you got. Everybody. But then we're going to make sure that you basically DM us so Jenna can make sure you did that as well. You share the live, but it's up to you as well. Again, you DM the system, you let us know you're real, and you're going to help us help you. There's the ultimate goal. But again, what do we do? Okay? You can always call the office in case you can't find a link or something. What do we get to do? Help you some more. Now, I want you to share the live. That's my ultimate goal for all of you right now. Okay? Share the live because I want you to help me help you. I thought I'd have 50 million people follow me yet, but I don't. I was trying for 50 million. Then I go, well, let's be realistic. Okay, let's get 50,000 followers. This is my 10th week on TikTok and social media. I'm used to writing checks basically for millions and millions of dollars for radio and TV, and I'm nationwide on Sirius Radio anyway. Having fun. So what do you get to do today? If you do this correctly, I only have 27,400 followers. I want 50,000. I need more. If I'm going to commit myself to basically TikTok and the social media stuff, I want to play my way. Now, you can scan code it. There you go. Right there, you can get to the link tree. What do we do next? Have more fun, okay? Now, if you don't have an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, whatever you have, take the time. LLC, there are 9 types. What kind do you have if you have one? Your LLC will convert to S Corp anyway when you do a tax return till you get to $3 to $5 million. Then we'll add strategy to that as well. A C Corp is double tax. So you're always going to take C and make an S anyway. If you need the articles of corporation, if you share the live, what it is, it's free. But again, you don't share the live, forget it. I need you to help me help you. Is that okay? Take your picture. There you go. So that way you clickety-click, you get the corporation, the articles, get it filed right away. And what do? You get stuck with me. 6 days a week with no excuses. Simple. Now, today, I wanted to try something different and weird. When we're done today, we're going to have a Zoom call, okay? Which means people can ask any question they want. That's who this. Years ago, we called it Ask Ray. It was kind of fun. So today, you'll be able to join a Zoom if you want to when you DM to get the link. If you don't DM, you don't get the link. Guess what? You don't get to join me in the Zoom call. You can ask all the questions you want. And bother your friends and family. Let's have some fun. It's kind of fun. What do we do next? Your problem is you. You break your promises to yourself and your New Year's resolution. House again, husband and wife, we became one. House you bought under one of you. Married person's own separate property. Escrow close, homestead trust. That's the goal. Got it? In the future, you'll buy the house through the trust. We must take care of family, but it's God, family, and money. This is our responsibility for being a man and a woman. Here's your problem with goodies, okay? Today, you have a car. Fantastic. You have a car. Goodie for you. The number one lawsuit in the world is car, okay? All right, on the, what do you see on the, what? The billboards on the freeways. All the, sorry, I call them bloodsucker attorneys. You get in a bumpity bump. What do? Your problem is you have to shh. You bump a car, they bump you. What do? The problem is they're going to sue the registered owner, which is you. You're the registered owner. I'm sorry, I think you're a duck and a sheep. Now, if you want to learn, what do? You create 3 divisions of me. Write down divisions of me, please. 3 divisions of me. Okay? That's what I'd like you to do. I'd like him to be under the corporate umbrella. This is a legal what? It says in Chapter 18, person. So are these. When I created the division process in 1985, it was simple, 1985. Okay? Because I had a problem in 1984. In 1984, I am known as the king of satellite television. I have shopping centers. I have Shakey's Pieces. I got 31 flavors and Subways and all kinds of goodies. I got a letter in the mail. Okay? It said I have to pay franchise tax fee for every corporation I got. What? Today, the franchise tax fee in California is $800 to $1,000 per corporation. So if you listen to that circus clown, you need 5 LLCs. No, you don't. It's a bunch of hooey. Okay? It's a bunch of crap. He just wants your money. That's what he wants. Now, let's understand something. I asked Sacramento, our capital in California, could I create an entity or a form that allow a division to be under the corporation? Sacramento, I went to 2 departments and they said you can create a form or modify one. Instantly, I could see the divisions in my head. S is what? 4. All right, employer, entity, individual person. I can see Chapter 18, and I can see the fictitious business name statement. I've been able to see visions and things and connect dots in my head since I was a kid. So what do? That car is going to be registered over here. This is going to be very simple. So let's write it down. Let's make sure we dummy-proof things. The first one, division, is for contracts. So you put a big C here, contract C. There's contracts. This is supply equals cash credit. Cash credit. This is cash credit cards. So you have the ability to protect your life and your assets. Unfortunately, what happens today, if you're in a car bumpity bump, they're going to sue the registered owner, which is you. This should actually be a division of a corporation. I want you to change the registered owner of your car to a division of a corporation. So if you get in a bumpity bump, they can't sue you, the corp, and your family. I want you to plan the problem. I want you to protect your assets and protect your family. Got it so far? The next problem you have on the registration, it has your home address on it. You're going to change that to a P.O. box, a mailbox, etc. So what do? So you take care of family, God, family, money, no problem. You build your structure, you build the dream. We look at we the people, by the way, okay? I want you to focus on $10,000 a month. In the beginning, you're probably going to get 3, then 5, then 10. You got to structure this right. For your whole life, you've been trying to get there. You've been trying to get there the whole time. You're 75 to what, 30 years old, 20 years old? You're disappointed. Your friends and family kind of ripped you off. And what are you going to do next? Learn rules and tools. If you buy one of my 67 books, I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to explain it to you. Unfortunately, nobody else does that besides me. You buy books, what do? Poor guy. I had 12 people that bought these books from this Alex guy with the thing on his nose. I don't know why they listen to him. He's a drunk driver. He's a drunk driving charges everything else. But they listen to him. Okay, good for you. 12 people got empty boxes. They paid $6,000 for what? Books of crap? I don't get it. Again, if he's not going to read it to you, what good is it? You're going to put it on the shelf. What did you do? That's what you do all the time. We play my way. We the people. Okay? One of my theses a long time ago was international constitutional law. I've been studying law in the county since I could walk practically. I want to play my way. Supreme Court told all of us, the LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC, and they said it's a legal person. It's right there. It's a legal person. So we could win if we want to play. Division process, you have the ability to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. So let's write down, I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not my corp and my family anymore. You've been sacrificing you and your family long enough. You got to stop that. Winning the game of business, my first series. I actually started drafting when I was about 15 and playing the game. Okay, so it came out there in 1976, by the way. So here's the history behind winning the game of business. 1976, I want to get it out there and show people. I am the original coach 50 years ago, by the way, original. Not all these copycats and all the blah, blah, blah. Division process became in place in 1985. I updated in 1990. That's the goal because I'm using corp to corp. Then it was corp to division process, the line of defense. If we build a line of defense, you can roll the dice correctly. Each division has its own credit files and it has its own function. So you got to multiply credit. So what do? Well, here's the next series. I sold it at the Bonaventure, Orange County, Ontario, and Long Beach for 32 years, being the second largest advertiser in California. Well, building wealth, financial forms, stock kit, or the minutes and bylaws you have in your possession today. What do you have next? How about corporate resolutions, permission slips? How about goal setting? It only takes 38 steps to reach a goal. What do we do? Building wealth and more asset protection. God is good all the time. All right, then another day, the game of Reynolds rules and tools. That's right. Okay, we give all the glory to God. I'm just the vehicle he gave the knowledge to help you. He gets the credit. I don't. So what do we do? Hey, Ray, my son is 18 years old in February. Purchase your book for him before I get your rapid rescore. Should I sign up for the 750 credit analyzation? I can't help you, Starlight, unless I analyze you. Okay? I don't. Here's my problem. I don't want to help any of you unless I get to know you, period. I've analyzed 50 million people so far over all these years. I have 37 million millionaire clients and incorporate rich and famous people. All right, they brought rapid rescore. 49 years ago, I'm helping Ken Yarbrough, Harold Stokes, and we have to have gifted money. That's the way we solve the problem for escrows. Rapid rescore, rapid refresh, I developed that 49 years ago. You find it online. You'll probably see Dr. Reynolds, Pastor Reynolds, or hey you, whatever it is. Follow through. Rapid pushes scores up. What it is it blocks crap, it pushes them up. Okay? So I would tell you basically get the book for your son, daughter, whatever it is. So you said your child back on the road again, listen and learn. Okay? You're a trucker. 22% of our clients are truckers. So listen to everything else too. So let's go back to this. How to set up the cash reports. I'm training Yarbrough, late 70s and 80s and part of the 90s. What happens? I set up a dashboard under tax ID in 1987. So how a tax ID can get cash credit cards. That was the ultimate goal. Fill out the applications, multiple corporations, okay? See, by the time we're done with you, you're going to have your main corporation, okay? You're going to have a nonprofit offsetting taxes, and you're going to have irrevocable trust. You're not going to have probate in your life for your next generations, because before your generation, they gave you probate. I think you're setting yourself up for probate this day. What do we do? I wanted to call it Books for Dummies because when I do something new, I feel dumb. I'm not dumb, but I feel dumb. It just makes me feel out of place. I don't like change. That's just me. I get stuck. So I couldn't name it the Books for Dummies. That was already taken. So I basically wrote the Winning the Game of Business. Then it was the Blueprint of Success. And from there, the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Sold at the Bonaventure in my 5 events every week for $5,000. $5,000. Understand, year 2000, Blueprint of Success was done. You develop it, 12 books, every book for every month. At the end of a year, you have a foundation of $1 million company. That's how I designed it for you. But again, it was one of the info commercials out there, one of the largest one in the world. Now, we're having a moving sale. All right, take your picture. If you ever wanted the Millionaire's Founders Kit, it's no longer at $5,000, as said. It's no longer at the $500. If you do this, it's up to you. If you do it in the link tree today, okay, the link tree, you're going to find out it's going to be $500 as an average. If you take your picture, you do it this way here on the screen, now, all right, right away, you get it for the $299 price today. If not, then you blew it. It's on you. I'm going to help you as much as I can. That's the ultimate goal as we play the game to win. So understand winning the game of business. There's the QR code, okay? It's moving all by itself today. Okay, I'm going to hold my finger on the thing. Okay, no problem. So there's the QR code. The QR code is the $4.99. The other thing is you do it this other way. It is $2.99 today because I want to have a moving sale. Now, earlier today, I got to film something about Homestead Blocker, UCC one in chattel mortgage. What does this mean? You do real estate. Fantastic. When you have real estate under the LLC, they sue you. If you take every piece of property and put it under division, you're creating a line of defense. The line of defense, okay? See, you don't know which tenant's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. There's your problem. If we had 9 houses, that means you have 9 loans, you have 9 locations. What are we building? We're building a line of defense. A line of defense. You had them sign a lease. Fantastic. You want them to pay on the 1st of the month. That way, on the 5th of the month, you can actually have the bank collect their money. Then you have $200 to $600 left over if you're lucky. And then you're wasting that money I'm going to say piss it away. That should be in savings. You should have an Exhibit A and Exhibit B. You should have had a UCC1 chattel mortgage, and you should have insurance, or it's renter's insurance right here. If they don't pay, you get all their goodies. You don't plan the problem. You let the world kick your assets and you fall down and give up and go blah, blah, blah. I hear excuses all the time. I've been knocked down 1,000 times. I've had 1,001. So if you got the real estate system, you're going to learn how to do UCC1, chattel mortgage, assignment of mortgages as well. And what do? Homestead blocker. Now, we sold this for $12,000 for years, okay? But again, there's the price I want to give at the office. No problem. There's the one if you get to the link tree. Fantastic. Go goody, goody, goody. Today, because we're moving inventory, that's the ultimate goal. All right, if you basically want to screenshot, there you go, $500. If you did it my way today, and you wanted basically a lesser price like $299, it's very simple. You take your picture, you get basically the 3 books and CDs for basically what? All right, for the real estate system, buying millions and billions. I was only controlling $2.2 billion in real estate. Is that okay? But it's not mine. I'm not rich. Okay, I will be the puppet master for life. Okay, so here you got your QR code as well. Simple. Now, here's our problem. Okay, at 21 years old, I didn't want to do flippity dippity doos anymore. At 21, I realized the buyer's a liar, the agent is a broker. The contractor is so full of, you know what, they cut corners every time they can. So I created a way to become the bank. I became a book on basically tax balancing, I'm talking about today. Then I created another book called Buckets of Money, Buckets of Money. Every division is a bucket of money. Understand what this means. Please pay attention. Every division, because the way I set it up, has its own credit files. What is a UCC1? Google it, then ask me again. Again, go to the live today, okay? All right, because we're doing a Zoom after this. Because it'll take 5 minutes to explain UCC1 in detail. Got it so far? So the bottom line is, if you want the series that we sold for $12,000, give away at the office for $1,000, $499, no problem. And there's your link codes right there, and you have what? Your scan code. But if you did it my way, this way, now, you take your picture, there you go. If it's done today during the live. If it's not, don't worry about it. Talk to the specialist, you get it for the normal price. That's how it works. I want you to win. Is that okay if we win the game of business? Structure. The book for the kids is important to me because I want you to change their lives, because I think most of us screwed up, okay? Again, this is called starting out right. If you share the live with everybody, you do what we ask you to do, and you help me help you, it's a win-win situation. Got it? This is a free download, free. When you get it for your kids in high school and college, please read it. These are the rules and tools you're missing in the first place. All right, again, you're missing this. I don't want you to miss it at all. What did you do? Structure, finance and structure. Structure is financing in the dream. What do? We sit at the kitchen table. I believe you had at the kitchen table your friends and family, and you're going to start a business. I believe what you said to your wife and your spouse, whatever it is, or husband. All right, we're going to start a business, honey. Oh, goody. We're going to jack up our credit cards. We're going to drop our score, get stuck, can't get it anymore. We're going to hawk our house. We're going to bring the pain over you and me, and we're going to be dumb. I can't use the other word. My wife says that's not a good word. Okay, you're going to be dumb. We're all we do dumb. What do you have? Simple. Never bring the pain home. Why did you jack up the wrong damn card? Why is your utilization sucked today? It's terrible. It's ridiculous. I've been teaching and preaching for 50 years. I'm the guy who helps set up the system behind the scenes. Every card needs a damn sticky. You got to dummy proof it. This is $10,000 card. If I go above 29%, I will be in the yellow or the red. If I'm basically what? I'm basically one thing happened, I'm going to not be in the yellow or the red at all. So we get to play. I'm going to be at that 29% rule and tools. If you don't put your cards in front of you with this bunch of stickies and get the rules and tools, you're going to keep going like this all the time. I'd like you to stop it. I'd like you to write down all cards fluctuate, but these don't. I use my wife's cards on purpose because there's always some ding dong, or I call them turd, trying to give me crap. You really have the cards? Here's my wife's cards. Paid overtime limit up to 100,000. They're unlimited to $1 million. They don't fluctuate. The card you would jack up if you lost your job today, an old blankety blank day, you jack up the American Express or Gold. The Platinum, your score would never drop below 750. Your lack of knowledge is your problem. What do? Let's look at the SS5 form. You filled it out at 14, or mommy did. Somebody filled it out. It's right there. Name to be shown on card. Other names of birth. Other names you want to use. Got it so right there? The parent's name. You fill out this form. This form, all right, we have to compare to the SS4. The S is for is universal form for all of us, and it says employer, entity, individual person. The S is 5, understand something. You filled it out, okay, your mommy did here to connect your SSN 1040. The IRS has an SS5 form online in their system. You agreed not to laminate, you agreed not to carry with you, you agreed also not to use for ID purposes. Welcome to you breaking the rules and tools. Got it so far? The S is 4 right there. It says several things. Okay, it says employer, entity. Entity, that's a division, by the way. It also says individual person. So if I want to repackage my life, I can. It's very simple as we play this game. The S is 5 equals SSN and 1040 tax return. I want you to learn to do tax balancing, okay? I'm sorry you listen to all these silly clowns out there going blah, blah, blah. You got to have your LLC sold to your trust. Just by hearing how dumb that is, your LLC sold to your trust, the IRS would say, what's the compensation? What did you receive? Who received the money? They followed the money. That's called dumb. That's howdy doody time with the silly hat, okay? If we learn to play the game, it's called tax balancing. The S is 5 is SSN and taxed. The S is 4 never gets taxed till it's profitable. What do? Well, the NACB certified me the only person on planet Earth because I set up the 29% rule. 29% rule is very simple. What do? If you take your cards and you leave them at 29%, between 20, 25, 29%, you stay in the green. If you jack it up to 30, it's in the yellow, and then 50 is in the red. That's what they're not teaching you, and they should have taught that since day one. All cards fluctuate. Write it down. Share the life. If you have a lack of knowledge, it's time to learn. Yes, it is. Let's understand. I think we all do silly and dumb, okay? I think we all do this. So I'm going to put myself in that category too. But again, if we listen and learn, I can teach you what God taught me to tell you. But it's simple. All cards fluctuate. All but 2. All cards fluctuate, but what 2? What do? You jacked up the wrong card. That's what you did, and your credit limits probably suck. That's just the truth. These don't fluctuate. Every Friday at 3 o'clock, I do an analyzation class. Every Friday, I've done a class on Fridays called Analyzation to tell people how they can get to millionaire status. I'll help you get there if you want, but you have to do what I ask you to do. I don't really want you to think. I just want you to do. Is that okay? All cards fluctuate. You maintain 750 score. What do? Now, I want you to have your cell phone ready in a second. We're going to be knowing our numbers. Knowing our numbers is very simple. If you don't put the sticky there, you're going to screw up all the time. That's what you're going to do. Unfortunately, it's true. What do? Balancing your credit score. Take a picture. Come on. If we look at credit card today and jacked up, what do? We have to create what? Pay it down. All right, pay it down or increase the limit. We have only 2 choices. And I'll show you to create supply credit to be cash credit. So what do? If you have a card for $500, you can't use more than $145. If you do, you put yourself in the yellow or the red. If it's a $2,000 card, it's $580. $5,000 is $1,450. For $25,000 is $7,250. These numbers don't lie. See, I've been saying for 50 years, numbers don't lie, only people lie. That's what you have to focus on. I want to get you, this is a 50,000, this is a 10. 7 of these and 1 of these. Then I want to get you these cards here. I want you to have $100,000 of personal credit. I don't want you to jack it and screw it up. I want you to have it for safety. You lose your job today, all right, what happens? You panic. You don't get a job till next week or anything else. You need to buy time. What do we have? Simple. We have time, money, and credit. It's right here. Time, money, and credit. No time, no money, no credit. Guess what happens? It's all screwed up. You brought the pain home. No, thank you. I don't bring the pain home to my wife and my kids. It's not acceptable. I have a bad day. I will not take it to my wife and tell her I had a bad day. She's my queen, okay? I want her to be happy. I want her animals in her zoo to follow her all day because she's having fun. She lights up like a Christmas tree, and I love that. It makes me feel great. So what do? We don't bring the pain home ever. It's not acceptable. I'm not going to jack up my cars. You did, so what do? Let's reduce the debt. Let's basically increase the limit. Rules and tools will build you the finance, and if you do it right, your credit score will be about a 750 and above. But you have to play my way for a while. Supply credit, write it down. Supply turns into cash. Supply into cash, okay? So I did up to 53,000. You can do up to 51 right here. You can turn supply into cash and reduce your debt to ratio. 18 years ago, I'm an affiliate, been for 30 plus years. I helped them put the division process in every cash application. It's right there. I did that 18 years ago, but unfortunately, coma and pandemic slowed us all down. We get to play my way for a while. My way. That's why we need to listen, learn, and write it down and follow through. Now watch. American Express is going to offer you 99 more cards. No. You're going to get 9. You're going to get 9. That's all you're going to get. I don't want you to have 99. Okay? Now, a lot of people are in coaching and some people are not in coaching. So what do? I have a calling card I created years ago. This is a Ray Reynolds calling card. There's about 40 people that can get into it, and I have half sold anyway. During a coaching period or during any time you need to call, well, you basically get a calling card, and what happens? You call the office. I have an emergency. I need Ray right away. Now, that doesn't mean I stop what I'm doing and get on the phone. I'm going to get on the phone that day. You're guaranteed I'll get on the phone that day, all right, no matter what. So if you need a quick call with Ray, okay, or you have basically in between coaching, if you're in coaching, we used to call it Ask Ray all the time. So the ability for here is very simple. 3 calls for $1,000. Hey, I'm $5,000 an hour, bless you, and up to $25,000 a day. That's just half the fun. But again, if you're in coaching today, it's very simple. I want you to basically play the game and win. What does that mean? If you're in coaching right now, because people want calls not every 4 weeks, they want to talk now. Here's 10 calls for $1,000 if you're in coaching. But that's a today, now. If not, we go to the normal price. That's what we do all the time. I give you an opportunity. Simple. Federal Trade Commission. They said credit repair is a scam, but they're all there going, I'm going to remove your credit. Ooh, goody. My first book was called Prove It or Remove It. Okay. The only thing they have to do is make sure everything's accurate or verifiable. Prove it or remove it. The federal, FTC, Federal Trade Commission. They indict Daniel, the credit repair cloud, the biggest one going out there. Let's get in credit repair business, blah, blah, blah. His fine's $3 million. He's lucky they don't put him in prison. But what do you get to do today? If you want to listen and learn today, if you share the live only, if you didn't share the live, I'm going to make sure you don't get the book for free. Why would I give you a book for free unless you're going to help me help you? Got it so far? It's a win-win situation for both of us. Simple. This is winning the credit game. All right, that I update all the time. Remember, it is a free download if you share the live today. Don't share the live, forget it. I want you to help me help you. Got it so far? So what happens is very simple. You can scan it, you can get to the link tree, and you get it for free. I want you to understand how to play. Even if you don't basically hire me to do anything, I still want you to play by the rules and tools. Your problem is you get stuck. I call that sucks. But again, it's simple. So guess what we get to do? Got it so far? Okay, good. All right, so we get to play the game to win. Let's watch. Now, you got this guy that's on social media going, hey, I'm going to take a collection call. Let's see how we deal with the call. It's his daughter calling him, and it's phony. You need a copy of Debt Crisis Intervention I wrote 30 years ago. That's right, I wrote it 30 years ago. You need a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. The credit bureaus for years, all 3 of them had consumer credit counseling on it. One of my companies, by the way. So we can play and understand rules and tools. You got it so far? If you follow through and listen and learn, you can play the game starting today. You need a copy of that. It's also a free download if you do it today. If not, you do it tomorrow, call the office. They're going to charge you $20. Simple. So if you share the live, you get the kids' book, you get the articles for free, winning the credit game, and all you have to do is call the office or DM me. It's simple. DM the system and send us a message. See, I set up something on Monday this week. Our specialists have 10 questions for you. The 10-question interview, you need to do that now, sometime today or tomorrow morning. It's 10 questions in the interview for you to know what your next step is. We're going to hold your hand. That's half the fun. So if you want to get into the referral program, if you give me 5 referrals to get into a program, don't be surprised I hand you $1,000 in credit. I had a problem when I was 26. I got 2.2 billion, 2.6 billion of credit in structure, 2 billion. I'm 26. I watched people when I was a kid retire, and it scares me. They retired, got fat, ugly, and died the next year. It's just what they did. So I was afraid, basically, when I reach certain goals, I'm going to die. The reality is I just helping more people. So again, I have that fear. But again, if you refer people and they get into a program, you get to help yourself, help me. Got it? It's a win-win situation. You know, it's called the office, 800-254-9506. I have no excuses. Neither do you. Now, for me, it's always a mindset. All right? All right, being told I'm a piece of this and having to eat out of a trash can and Mrs. Hope and all the crap and mommy and daddy don't want me. Okay, and what do? We have to understand it's a mindset. If you can touch it, you can kick it. When I wrote basically, see it, believe it, go get it, I was 12. Simple. Now, here's the next problem I got. Okay. When I was 17 and a half years old, I got 19 houses lined up for my corpse, owning corpse, no problem. All right. And all these people working for me instead. I'm driving a Lamborghini. That was kind of fun. I have a race car too. What do? I went to an event. The event in the registered newspaper said flat out, you can get into the payphone business. It said ATMs. I got some of those too. What did I do? I went to the event that said that an average payphone is $1,600 and it makes $300 a month. Okay. So how many months would it take for it to break even? Now I have a line of credit at Security Pacific Bank at the time. I'm listening and I stood up and said, I'll take 10. I'll take 10. So I got 10 payphones in the routes, no problem at all. I'll take 10. So what am I going to do? I got ATMs and they put those on hold because it said there was basically a problem with that too. Payphones were fun. I went back to the events many times and people, 20% were complaining. One lady, no matter what you did, you couldn't make this lady happy at all. She complained about everything. I only made $280 last month. You promised me $300. She's giving this crap to the guy on the stage trying to help people in business. That's all we need, one of those jerky clients, okay? We all get them. It's this way it works. So what did I do? I said, ma'am, I'll buy your routes right now. What do you want for them? I bought her routes. I ended up having 22,000 payphones through the corporate structure, which is $6.6 million a month. How am I doing so far? But it's not my money. It belongs to the corporation. I don't want any money. I don't want money at all. So I created something called auto income. Auto income to me was very simple. I bought my first Jack in the Box when I was 19 as a corporation. I got things and all the goodies, and this is your future here if you take a picture, and I'm going to line you up for auto income. This is $5,000 to $10,000 a month if you paid attention, but it's up to you again. How fast can I get payphones? And now you're not getting payphones. That's the old days. I don't want you to be in the payphone business. No. All right. How fast can I get a phone call? Okay. Well, the bottom line is if you got the calling card today, how about tomorrow morning? What are you doing at 2:30 in the morning? I'm up every day. Well, let's play that way. I'm sure they'll schedule it for you. Fast. Let's write down auto income. I wanted to get money coming in because when I was a kid on the 1st and the 15th, these people were terrible to me. So what happened? Auto income, winning the game of business, no problem. I want you to structure yourself so if you have a problem that goes wrong, you get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and bankrupt the piece and don't hurt the corporate or your family. Got it so far? The only thing you're willing to sacrifice from now on is a division. Write it down, a division. Now, I have 67 books I've written so far. We have about 40 being edited right now. I like writing and having ideas all the time. My team wasn't ready for me this morning. I gave them about 12 ideas to do now. I'm impatient as can be. Isn't it done yesterday? It needs to be done now. Yesterday. It's half the fun. But again, take a picture here. 10 auto incomes, 10. I want you to line up, all right, your organization, your corporation, LLC, LLP, whatever you got. I want to build credit to the parent company. I want every division to have its own credit files, which I will set that up for you too. And I want you to have 9 divisions. 9 divisions means you have 9 lines of credit. 9 divisions right here. Okay, right there. What happens now? We have 9 locations. See, numbers don't lie when people lie. People lie all the time. This is 18 divisions. 18 divisions create up to $100,000 a month. $100,000 a month. If this house slips and falls, I get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and throw the bad piece away. Your cities do this, your grants do this, all right, your banks do this, and all stores do this as well in front of you, and you didn't learn how to play. That's your fault. Nobody else's fault but yours. We get auto income. Auto income is what you want to focus on. I know there's a lot to listen and learn. That's why I'm always online, literally 6 days a week for you. Answer questions and have fun. We're going to try that Zoom thing when we're done today to see if that's any fun too, because it's the goal. Okay. If you take a picture right now and you print that in color and laminate, it should be on your refrigerator, your desk at work, and you should basically put it in your screensaver. That's auto income. That creates up to $10,000 a month per division, but it's up to you as well. Now, let's understand if you're going to listen and learn. That'd be great. What a concept. Santos, my vice president, has been in real estate for 30 plus years. He lines up escrows all the time. So we line up the escrow. What are you going to do? Put money in the escrow? Yes. You don't give me the money. You're going to take a line of credit and you're going to write a check for $25,000 into the escrow. The escrow is going to close on one of your divisions. That's going to create up to $3,200 a month right there. 3 people plus me, okay? I'll be part of every one of these as well. My problem in 1987, okay? I have 16 escrows closing a day. I get out of hand. It's going crazy. It went too fast for me. So I asked my clients if they like to be my soldiers. So my clients got involved and I shared pieces. So if I want the laundromat, the dry cleaners, the car wash, and remember, I'm the guy that wrote the original books 47 years ago. I got some clients, you need a laundromat and car wash. What you need to do is own it, not run it. Got it? There's a difference. Own it, not run it. If we take 3 of you plus me, it's 4. If we take $25,000, each of us, into an escrow, we now have what? $100,000 as the down payment. That's the goal. Remember, borrowed money is not taxable. Corporate credit is a write-off. We create debt to offset taxes. This is the way to play the game. Closes escrow, you get $3,200 a month. You're not rich. I never want you to be rich, but I want you to have an auto income. Then if we did another one at $50,000, all 4 of us, simple, up to $5,600 a month. See, numbers can be readjusted at any given time, but you have to learn how to play. All right, the storage unit never is going to do anything besides replace income. That's all it does. The next generation will get rich off that, the corporation only. 4plex. If I take $75,000 off a line of credit, simple, up to $7,500 a month. We have 5 people plus me now. That's how we do the escrows. We get to have fun. All right. If I want a Wendy's restaurant today, I need $1 million. I don't want to write a check for $1 million. I want you to write a check from the line of credit. I want you to write a check for $100,000 out of basically checkbook money or blueprint loan. Up to you as I restructure my way. Hey, you've had your chance. You're 75 to 20 years old. You've been screwing up since day one because no one taught you rules and tools. That's what I see all the time. Again, let's get auto income, okay? So that way your corporation gets up to $10,000 per division. If you want $100,000, do it 10 times. Simple. What do? Take a picture. You're going to become a puppet master. I started a club 40 years ago called Puppet Master. Simple. A lot of rich and famous people in it as well. What do? This at the time was representing corporations, cars, and buildings. This at one time I had 1,013 divisions. All right, very simple. All right, when I created a division process, one of my professors a long time ago says, Ray, you're paranoid. Even Harold Stokes said that. Yes, I'm paranoid. Someone's going to take my goodies. If they're not my goodies, you can't take them. Got it so far? Let's play my way. Now, I can't help you 100% until I blueprint you. That means you and I are on the phone up to an hour with your partner of life. I want to make sure we understand this. It's very simple. Past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. Do you have a tax problem? Do you have a bankruptcy? Did you seal the bankruptcy? I don't get it. All right, credit bureaus cannot talk to courts. It's called statewide. They report the information. If we file a bankruptcy, hypothetically, I'm not here to be an attorney, it says automatic stay, federal protection. You can seal the damn record. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you find out if you can seal the record? You didn't do that. No, there it is. There you go. Then they're going to hire credit repair. Oh, yeah, a bunch of circus clowns. Past, present, future. Good, bad, ugly. I want to make sure your past doesn't chase your future. Did you screw up American Express or Chase? You need to know that too. Family, corporation, what kind of entity do you have? Simple. Which one you got today, which the LLC will turn to S, C will turn to S as well anyway, because I said so. Up to $3 to $5 million in exchange structure again and again. As we do this, do you have any representations available right now? Is I'm reading that right, Nick, is what he says? Okay, well, call the office. You got people in the back right now in the call center. They're ready to go. All right, what do you get to do? It's very simple. You have specialists willing to help you every day. That's the ultimate goal with me. Corporation structure. Now, division process. I'm going to want you to have 18. Okay, again, based on the count of divisions, we'll count how much money you have the opportunity to bring into the corporation or your entity. 18 gives up to $100,000 a month. That's 9 locations. That's 9 lines of credit. And what your goal is, the division should have up to $1 million credit anyway, because it can. What do? You're going to have an irrevocable trust. As a kid studying at the library, for me, it was always, John D. Rockefeller, he's my hero. Irrevocable trust, okay? The Rockefellers, the Kennedys, the Gettys, all these people, they didn't get stuck in a probate like you. They built legacy. You're not building a legacy right now, and you need to. And I'll show you how to do that too. Irrevocable trust. Car. I already told you your car is registered to the division, not you. You're not going to be a duck and a sheep anymore. Got it so far? We're going to change that right away. House, escrow, closed homestead trust. One of you only on the loan. All right, the trust controls the house anyway. In the future, you buy the house through the trust. That's the goal. What do we do now? When I wrote down auto income, and I wrote down basically, all right, cash flow fee per time, it's in my book. The reason he filed bankruptcy is probably because of my attorneys threatening him. Very simple. It's in my book. I wrote it when I was 15. See, when people steal my goodies, I don't like it. When Tony Baloney steals the blueprint of success, the attorneys call him too. They don't get to steal my goodies. They don't want someone to steal your goodies. Now, a blueprint call is up to an hour, you and your partner of life. Simple. What happens today, the office charges $3,000 for a blueprint call. Very simple. Blueprint call, that's what we get to do. That's the ultimate goal. Because I want to size you up and understand past, present, and future. As we do this today, understand. Okay, understand today, if you did it on the live now, it's like $2,000. You're stuck with me for an hour with your partner of life. It's up to you as well as we play this game to win. The ultimate goal is to win the game of business every step of the way. Now, I want you to focus on foundation. Foundation builds structure, builds streams, and that's what your goal is. There's no more procrastination. That's the killer of a dream. There's your QR code. There's your scan code. There you go. Today, you get stuck with me up to 6 days a week. Would that be okay? And if you want to get into coaching, I'll coach you every 4 weeks. I got a client, 3 dry cleaners. No problem, $6,300, $62,000 a month. I got someone in a laundromat, $30,000 a month, okay? Now remember, I wrote the original books on these years ago. My favorite is Wendy's because of one reason, they don't fail. They're the same Wendy's you've been watching since you were 10 is still there. Wendy's has a less failure rate than any of them, by the way, if you don't know that. So we're going to play Wendy's or Jack in the Box. We get to play the game. Gas station, as long as they have as a store. These are auto incomes, okay? Robert here got $35,000 a month. Robert had to repackage himself, and Robert took his time doing this as well. But again, it took him basically about 4 or 5 months to do this once his credit was on track to a CFO level. So then there's Robert, okay? No problem at all. When it came to David, I helped him during the pandemic. He's doing $14 million this year, by the way. It's kind of fun, but David listens and he does what he's told to do. So he got in the beginning $96,000 a month. Okay, took him 8 months. All right, no problem. Katie's a little dynamite. Okay, nothing gets in her way. She got to $224 a month. Very simple to do as well. Linda right now is working on a $27 million project in Texas. The Hyatt Hotel is being turned into the Blueprint Apartments, named after me, by the way. So we get to play that game too. What do we do? If you're in a 3-month coaching program, that's all right. What do? I'd like to get you $100,000 of personal credit or corporate or a combination of both. The Blueprint call, monthly calls every 4 weeks. You get the Millionaires Founders Kit, the 12 books and CDs. You get 3 divisions, very simple. The office tends to sell this for about $30,000. Today, they even discounted it. It's up to you if you want to do this as well. Talk to a specialist, find out what you want to get involved in, and get stuck with me. If you're in a month, and this is every 4 weeks, we're in a coaching call. So there's your basically scan code. You take a picture, it's in the link tree, and you get to play with me more if you want me to coach you personally. And don't worry, the Blueprint call will do that as well. What do? Today, this is the people that are more aggressive, okay? I like building 100,000 of personal and business credit, so it's 200,000 of credit. That's what I like to do because I think you need safety. If we do this correctly, my way, what happens? All right, that's 200,000. It's a Blueprint call, no problem. What do? 12 months of coaching every 4 weeks. We're on the phone. I help create your what? Okay, I create your what? All right, the foundation and your goal sets. Okay, do you accept crypto or Bitcoin? No. Okay, Aaron, no, we don't accept Bitcoin. Okay, one of your divisions should be doing Bitcoin. That's up to you. In crypto, it's up to you as well. As we do these pieces, let's watch what happens next. 3 divisions and 18 books. Here's where you get all 18 books for real estate, financial series, and basically the Millionaires Founders Kit if you did this today. We just added that the other day. Now, this is normally about $44,000. It's expensive. What happens is very simple today. If you had to finance it, you could put $2,500 and finance at $43,000, $44,000. Simple. Now, I had a couple things happen recently. I have 2 clients that had an emergency. If this is paid in full, it's usually $16,000. Okay, there's your QR code for that too. So we get to play. 2 clients have recently fell out. So basically someone wants to take their position. They get to take their position in the 2 that fell out. Today, those 2 clients will be able to do this, any one of you, for $10,000, and that's today only. I already have a list of people who want to do it right away. They're shifting money right now, but it's up to you. It's in the link tree. It's up to you if you do this right away. If you want to take their positions, there's 2 openings right now. That's what it is. But again, you get to play. I want you to be able to call 800-254-9506. It's in the link tree. This is my 10th week on TikTok and all the social media because I used to just write checks for radio and TV. And I'm trying to get up to 30,000 followers like today. You have David, Lawrence, Chris, George. You have basically Jay and a couple other people as well in the call center. Now, I'd like you to think about a referral program. Some of you have an excuse, okay? There are no excuses. If you use referrals, you can get into programs like Billy did. Billy was laying on the street outside Bank of America. Billy wouldn't accept money, but he accepted passing out flyers for me. That's what he did. Billy has an 810 and runs $1 million company now. Everybody can do what Billy did. They can do what Glenn did as well. So we can play the game, 5 referrals in a program. You get up to $1,000 of cash credit for you and your corporation. It's a now. What do we do? If you share the live today, all right, and you DM us, I want you to get the kid book. All right, very simple, starting out right for them and you to read it too. I'd like you to get articles for free. I'd like you to get what? Winning the credit game. Simple. I want you to get the knowledge and rules and tools. Okay, the goal is to help you help yourself and change your life today, have the right foundation. What do? There will be a Zoom, hopefully at 4:30 today. All right, and then the goal is if you DM me, you get the link in the link tree. That's it, simple. If not, you won't be on the Zoom. We're going to have it for about 15, 20 minutes and answer any questions. Anybody has questions. We used to call it Ask Ray. So I accomplished my goals. I don't have excuses. Simple. I like goodies. You like goodies? Goodies usually are divisions. We play. Since a little boy and the people would go, how you doing, little boy? They knew I was being used and abused. They didn't give a you know what. I'd look at them and go, always good. It made them walk away and leave me alone. I didn't want to talk to them. Thank you, Jesus. Very simple to say and simple to do. Analytical 750. I want you to fire Credit Karma today. They have no phone number to help you. They've been indicted 6 times. They don't have Asperian.com. Then you got this LifeLock thing. You were indicted 6 times as well. $100 million last time. All right. They have a $2 million bond. Big deal. Analytical is a $5 million bond. What do? Analytical is going to analyze you. They're going to do basically a rapid rescore. They're going to put you in check. They're going to call you every 46 days. Then I get to analyze you on Fridays. Got it so far, we work in conjunction. Chase looks at Asperian. It's not on TransUnion, Equifax, and Asperian on Credit Karma. Take your picture. They're also going to basically make sure they help you set up your Dun & Bradstreet, your Asperian, TransUnion, and Equifax for business as well. So understand they're charging $25 a month. It's ridiculous. They should be charging $100 a month, but they're not. So get in while you can when they're in the lowest fee. There you go. Take a picture. All right, it's in the link tree. Scan it. There you go. They're going to help you. They're going to tell you what's next. They have an app coming out as well. What do? Well, I have classes on Saturday. I will be online 6 times on Saturday alone. And I'm online twice a day, Monday through Friday now. And before this, when joining TikTok and 10 weeks ago, I was still online 6 days a week for people anyway. Now it's twice a day. All right, because I'm having fun with you. Simple. What do? Get some goodies. Goodies and goodies and goodies. Okay. Saturday's specialty class is Dun & Bradstreet, where I show you how to take supply and turn it into cash. This is for coaching people only. If you want it in, it's $500. You don't pay the $500, you don't get to go. I'll be online in the morning. I'll be in goal setting, level 1 and 2 and 3. Specialty class is off limits to you unless you pay for it or you're in coaching. That's how it works. Take a picture. By the way, you do want Dun & Bradstreet as well. The goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I think you're great. I think we're here today to help each other. And what happens is you're missing some pieces and rules and tools. What do? Let's take, all right, corporate credit, blueprint loan, checkbook money, and buy your lifetime income. Your lifetime income will be a fourplex. All right, it'll be a Wendy's, a Jack in the Box, or something like that, or a storage unit, or car wash, or laundromat. If you want me to actually build credit for you on my dashboard, I have 62 million of credit, live credit to help people, not trade line crap. Trade lines are fraud. If we sign an agreement, okay, and you agree to let me use my history for you, I get to pop a card, and when I rebuild you my way, and it gives me two options. It says authorized user or separate billing. I never pick authorized user, it is separate billing. So if you don't have the cards, what I do for clients is a lot of times I'll even add one of my cards to their file. Real cards, not trade line crap, because that's fraud. But again, it's up to you if you want to play my way as well. If you want 25,000 in credit, you take a picture. We get to play the game and win. Simple. If you want me to ever build you 50,000 in credit, we can do that too. It's very simple to do that too. See, where do you want to start, and where do we get to start without any excuses? Clients usually get credit and build more and more and more with me, and they stay with me for life. All right. I have grandfathers and sons and daughters and their children's children in my programs. How's that? Kind of fun. But maybe 100,000. It's up to you. As we play the game, what do? We take the Reynolds University, what I set up when it was 2001. This is my building before I died in a coma. It was one technology driver run spectrum. And it was 22,000 square feet. If you got past Betty, you'd see an office at B of A, Chase, or an even franchise room, and ADP. They had talked to my classes. The class hold 800 people, by the way, and online all the time. We play, winning the game of business. But again, every goodie I ever got is a division. Even the Duffys and the Lamborghinis and Ferraris, what do they say on the side? Reynolds University. It's a marketing tool. Having my race boats, motorcycles, and cars. And then number 8 on most of them as well. I was born on the 8th. 8 is an infinity beyond, by the way. So we play the game. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I'll be analyzing people to show them how to play the game to win. If you want to join us, what you get to do is watch as well and learn. And why don't you get a Rappery score too? Very simple. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, you get to watch it again on Saturdays. See, I'm online all the time helping people. I'm trying to help you today. Now, here's what I'm going to guarantee in writing. I'm going to guarantee if you do what you're told to do and you don't violate my 2 rules, you're going to win. You cannot jack up cars and you cannot apply during the program and crash your Rappery score. If you do that, I will charge you a fee. If you don't pay the fee, I close your case. The only 2 rules I've had for 50 years. Simple. What do? You must be part of the program. There I am in a coma. That kind of sucks. Ruined my whole day. We check out the yacht in the backyard, no problem. Group of people, so I had a virus. I get to be in a coma. Kind of sucks. My heart did stop and I get to come back. My wife, all right, everything was stolen. She's freaking out. The nurse asked her wife if I'm a donor. Okay, what do? We have to play. I get to come back, but everything's gone. Practically almost everything's gone. What do? Do I cry? Do I scream? A little bit of both, by the way. Now, my life has not always been good as a kid. No mommy and daddy who gave a you know what. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. Sucks. I've actually been shot with a gun, and I've also been knifed. See, I'm not giving up. Are you giving up? No excuses anymore. You play my way. What do we get to do? I accomplish my goals, and nothing gets in my way, but I focus in rules and tools. Everything makes sense to me that way. That's how we break it down. Today, you're going to change your driver's license, insurance, registration. In California, Rebecca Schaefer was a client of mine years ago, and Robin Williams was too. God rest his soul. Unfortunately, Laura and Karen went into shopping, left him alone. That wasn't good. He was brilliant. Rebecca was murdered at her front door. You can look it up, called the Schaefer Bill. Ever since then, I've been teaching and preaching more about driver's license, insurance, registration. Never use your home address. You got in a bumpity bump today? You pull out your driver's license, insurance, registration, your home address. No, change it, P.O. Box. The registered owner of the car, division. See, the biggest lawsuit today is bumpity bumps and these bloodsucker attorneys. Sorry, but it's true. I want it changed today. Is that okay with you? What do? Well, there's the Lamborghini, one of them at the time. Boom, 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 boom. Not mine. It's a division. Even the license plate said Reynolds University. It's a marketing tool. This one too. We get to play the game to win. So if we understand how to play, the ultimate goes to win. You got it so far? Got it? This is what we do. Foundation. What do? Build the structure. Today, coaching in 1 year. No, and yes, that's what it is. You put that there. Okay. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Me too, actually. All right. Right at the 24 times. All right. By 11. Okay. What do? We play the game to win. That's the ultimate goal for all of us. But I want to win. But I understand structures, rules, and tools. Today, if you are in coaching or not coaching, you basically, if you wanted a calling card with me, that means we make time in that day you call. You need to call with Ray right away. It's about a 10-minute call. But again, 3 calls, 6 calls, 12 calls. All right, that's how it happens all the time with us as well. What happens next? If you're in coaching, all right, you get it today for a different price. But again, there you go for the scan code. What do? If you're in coaching today, just to basically, because tomorrow's the last day of the month, I want to give you 10 calls for $9.99 if you wanted to do that. But it's today, not tomorrow. But if you don't do it, it's okay. The sales team will help you. They'll just charge you the normal price. Your choice is simple. I'd like you to get in a referral program. I'd like you to share the live with everybody you know, and I want you to register the referral so you get credit for everyone you refer. You get up to 10% as an affiliate. But I don't want to send money to you. I like to give you stored credit, or I like to give it to your corporation. I don't want you to receive money with your corporation. Receive money because there's no tax till you're profitable. There's the goal. If we play my way and share the live today, you're going to get articles for free, winning the credit game, starting out right, and all the pieces. You can also basically call the number right away. Simple to do. What do? The Zoom call I'm going to have right after this, hopefully it's at 4:30. We'll see what time it happens. But again, you DM, you click the link, and you're going to be able to ask any questions you have. It'll be an open mic, all right? Based on each person at a time, not over talking to each other. What's the goal is? Let's analyze you. Let's do a rapid rescore. I invented rapid rescore and rapid refresh 49 years ago. It'll push everybody up to 750 plus if you do what you're asked to do. If you don't, then it won't happen. That's how it works. From there, I want to build your credit. I'd like to hand you a $10,000 credit card today if you like, but I have to analyze you, do a rapid rescore, block all the crap, and build you up and away. Paralegals will help you for basically about 9 months for free. We stick you in a rapid rescore. What do I have to do? I have to make you a CFO ready. CFO ready. That's the goal. So again, it's a discounted price if you did it today or call the office. Very simple to do. What do? You never bring the pain home, and you become a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Take your picture. There you go. There you go to build you up and away. By the way, you're stuck with me 6 days a week. You get any product from me, I'm the one holding your hand. I'm the guy that wrote the book. I'll teach you how to read the book. I don't like people to sell you stuff that don't help you personally. I think it's a bunch of circus clowns going blah, blah, blah out there every day. You have a corporation or an LLC, good. Let me set up the cash reports for you, okay? I set up the dashboard in 87. So I'll build the credit for you up to $25,000 of credit for the fun if you want me to. But again, it's up to you. We get to play the game to win. Take a picture again. It's in the link tree below. We get to play the game and win. You get stuck with me no matter what you do. That's the fun of it. See, I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to hold your hand. We're going to make sure we get through the process. And if you fall down, I'll get you up again and again. I created Daisy Chain of Credit. Daisy Chain of Credit was created in 1989, by the way, after I basically had to save $53 million of credit cards. Each card can get 99 more. 99 more. If I set up a division for your corporation, it's $1,000 each. I'm setting the credit reports. I'm setting up the tax ID when I need it. What do we do today? Okay. If we play the game today, it's very simple. I set up division process for you. It's the only thing you're willing to sacrifice. So today, if we had 3, 6, 9, or 12, I'd like you to have basically 20, actually 18, by the way, if you like that. 18 helps you get up to 100,000 a month. You take your picture, scan code, you talk to a specialist, and that's what you need to do. It's in the link tree as well. You DM us and have some more fun. Goal is simple. Now, here's what happens. If you listen and learn what I'm going to get you so far and rebuild you my way, not your way, my way. Then when I look at your corporation or LLC, LLP, City Corp, whatever you have, I'm going to position you off my cards. I'm going to tell you about Spark Gold, Green, and Blues. They show up on business and personal credit. It's the only card that does. Most all corporate credit doesn't show up on personal file. All right, that's the ultimate goal. Let's watch. If I get you the Green Spark of 100,000 plus 2 is 30,000, that's 160. If I do the 160 times 9, do I have $1 million of credit now? The answer is yes. Okay, what if I get the B of A's, the Wells Fargo's? How about Inc? Chase has 6 cards that allow up to 50,000 each. Your problem is you don't understand the 524 rule that Chase has, and you kind of screw that up too. Chase has a 5/24 rule. You got to pay attention to understand how this works. No one's teaching you how it works and the rules and tools because they don't know. They're doing a blankety blank job out there today, a bunch of circus clowns. 1 card to 9 more? Up to $5 million? And the banks will give you a line of credit, have a 2-year corporation. That's kind of fun. What do? We look at the 4 banks, and we look at Navy as well. By the way, that's called checkbook money. Write down checkbook money, line of credit. That would be the ultimate goal for every one of you, checkbook money. Now, remember, when I created Winning the Game of Business, this was me as a kid, okay, and I'm just having fun. In 1976, then basically we have day 85 in 1990, no problem. The big ugly cassettes and all the pieces, that's what it was. From there, I created what's called the Blueprint of Success. And it's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit, sold for $5,000 a set for years. What do we do today? If you want a copy of it, it's very simple. Okay, it was set up in 2000. All right, simple, developed division process. It's 12 books and CDs to go through the process to build a $1 million company within 12 months or less. Okay, it is a $1 million dream. That's what you should do today. If you did it today on the live, you take a picture. This is how you'd get it for $299. If you don't do it, just call the office. Simple, pay more. That's how it works. But again, it's up to you. Here you go. Here's even the link tree and the scan you can do today. You decide, not me, you decide. If you want the real estate system, how I created $2.2 billion in real estate and created what's called assignment of mortgage, homestead block issues, you want a chattel mortgage, you get the 3 books and CDs too. But again, the office has a price. There you go. To me, if you did it today, if you did it this way, what do? All right, simple. It's a now opportunity. If you don't do it, then you kind of blew it. The financial series, I wanted to create something for me. So what I did is took what I'm doing for me, created millions and billions through the structure to help you do the same thing if you want to. Financial series has become the bank. Buckets of money, tax balancing. Again, that was sold for $12,000 in the past. So again, what do you get to do? Simple. All right, if you did it today, you take a picture, you do it that way. If you don't, then you call the office, you look in the link tree, and you pay more. Simple. Now, remember, in 1987, I set up the dashboard that allowed tax ID to create credit reports. Here you have Equifax business, TransUnion business, and Experian business. This is cash credit through tax ID process. If you're basically in coaching today, or I tell you to get basically a calling card. The calling card would have the ability, anytime you have a call you want to make, you let Burnett know, and she's going to schedule a time. Don't know what it will be in my busy schedule, but we're going to find time to call you that day. It's a 10-minute call. Again, if you're in coaching, it's $9.99 for 10 calls today. It's an opportunity. It normally goes for a lot more than that. The difference, if you don't do it today, it's okay. They'll just charge you the normal price tomorrow. Simple to do. We play the game to win. 800-254-9506. I asked you to take a picture of this earlier today. It's simple. There's your future. I think you make mistakes. I think you've had money and you kind of waste it and piss it away. I think you have that rat race controlling your life today and you're stuck. If I get you a line of credit up to $100,000 and $150,000, would you actually put money in an escrow? Again, I want you to have a legacy and buy the escrow in a piece. If you own a piece, it's yours forever. No one can take it away. It's a division process. So you're building a legacy. $25,000 gets you up to $3,200 a month. You're not going to be rich. You're not going to be rich. You're going to replace your income or enhance it. All right, per division. That's a laundromat, car wash, okay? Or dry cleaners, 3 plus me. If I take $50,000 off the line of credit, $5,600. What do we do again? If I take 75, 5 plus me. The goal is numbers don't lie, only people lie. That's the biggest problem you have today. I want a Wendy's restaurant, fine. I need 9 people plus me. They want $1 million as the down payment for existing Wendy's. There you go. What do we do? Up to 9620. Is that good if we did it by every division? You play and you become a puppet master. That's the ultimate goal for all of you. Become a puppet master starting with structure. Your problem is I don't think you have all the structures and pieces and rules and tools. I want to give you the blueprint to help you, example, but I like to do one with you privately too. I like to re-blueprint you. Got it so far? You become a puppet master. That would be the goal. Puppet mastering means very simple. You control everything, you own nothing. It's not just a little book about a trust. 1,013 divisions? Why not? Play the game. What do we do? Oh, I want to be a millionaire. No, you don't. I do not want you to be a millionaire ever, ever. I will not say I ever became a millionaire or billionaire. I'll say I had $1 million in the bank or a structure and the corporation has millions and billions. No problem. That's not me. I'm just Ray Reynolds. God gave him information to give you. He gets all the glory and the credit. That's how it works for me. So what do we do? Millionaire. No. I want you to have 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit. I want you to have 9 houses or 9 Wendy's or 9 whatevers. I want you to realize your parent company is a management company managing division process. Each division has its own credit file up to $1 million. Play my way and finance the dream. Never bring the pain home. Blueprint call is important to me because I think I can't help you until I blueprint you. I will not feel comfortable helping anybody until I personally talk to them. I've talked to every client I've ever had. Okay, I make sure they get to know me, I get to know you. See, there's the goal. Helping people means the truth. Usually $3,000, today is $2,000. Simple to do. What do you get to do to play the game? Having issues downloading the free goodies, or there's another way. Well, tell me you're doing it from your cell phone. Okay, do it from a computer. It'll fix your problem right away. Got it so far? That's all you got to do. All right, if all will happen, he'll send you the DM. DM the system. That's all you have to do today. Simple to do. Again, what do? Simple. All right, it's basically scan code. There you go. If you want to play for 90 days, that means you and I are on the phone every 4 weeks. I'm going to build your 100,000 of personal or business credit, blueprint call, monthly calls, 12 books and CDs. That's a Millionaire's Founders Kit. 3 divisions. Normally, that's about $30,000. The investment today, if you did it right away, it's simple. You get to save some money. It's about $7,000. But now you're stuck with me building you up and away. That's the goal. It works. Take a picture, scan code. It's in the link tree as well. Call the office right away. For aggressive people, I'm aggressive as can be. I get bored very easy. The reason I go online every morning at 3:15 in the morning, I'm bored. I want to have fun. I don't want to be bored. It's like watching sports or TV. I'll watch the news or something. That's fine. But anything else, I don't want to watch too much TV. So we get 200,000 of credit. Okay, personal business, fantastic. What do? We get a blueprint call. All right. How about we get basically 12 months, you and me on the phone every 4 weeks and get you to a millionaire status. But it's up to you to listen and learn. Here we have 3 divisions. And today we added the 18 books and CDs. Simple. If you did it today, you can spend $44,000. If you want to make payments, you put $2,500 down, you finance it as you're going through the coaching process. That's what you get to do today. But again, the faster you get to pay your balance, you get to have some fun. If you did it today, they would discount it to $16,000. Good discount. But I had 2 clients that are pulling out because of an emergency right now. So I want to basically fill out their position. I already have 1 committed, another one tomorrow morning. But again, if you did it today, I'd tell them tomorrow morning you're too late. It is a now, not on tomorrow, and procrastination. So that becomes basically $10,000 for each one of you. If you have 1 of you or 2 of you, there you go. What do we get to do? We get to play. Share the live with everybody. Come on. I wanted to see how social media would work. TikTok 10 weeks ago, and that's what I'm doing. Having some fun twice a day. Okay. I get to demonstrate what I get to do and help them. Me privately, I'm a private person. I don't have friends. I keep to myself, and that's what I've always done. But again, I got my beautiful wife and my 6 kids. What do we have to do? I don't bring the pain home like you. I don't want you to do that ever again. Got it so far? We're going to have rules and tools and do it my way for a while. So again, maybe you want to be affiliate. Share the live and get people to get you into the program. You get to make some money to your corporation, by the way, or I'll get you credit personally. Is that okay? Give me 5 referrals a day. That's all you got to do. It's pretty simple to do. What do we do? 800-254-9506. David, Lawrence, Jay, Chris, George, and Kelly, too. We get to play the game to win. You look behind that curtain every day. When I was a kid, they told me no. I found out they said no because they didn't know how. Your goal is you have to tie in the pieces and rules too, which you're missing today. So for me, I'm going to stay safe and strong. I'm going to do my best. Jesus says the rest, amen to that. And I make mistakes every day. And I'm a sinner too. Don't worry, my wife and my son will give me a little checklist when I go home today. No, don't say that. No, okay. They think it's fun. I guess it's fun. I have to take it with a bite and bite my tongue a little longer too. But the bottom line is they keep me in check. Here's a Zoom we're going to do right away after this and see if you want to zoom and ask some questions. It'll be kind of fun. But again, during this break, before we take the Zoom and start right away, 800-254-9506, Linktree, DM, get the goodies today. There's the ultimate goal. Always remember, Ray Reynolds wrote Winning the Game of Business and put it out there in 1976. I've been teaching and preaching for 50 years. Where have you been? It's about time you connect your dots. The ultimate goal is up to you as we connect the dots today. You share the live with everybody. We play and we get to win the game of business. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And always remember at the end of the day, God loves us all.